Welcome back. You're watching Headlines Now. CPM leader V.S. Achuthanandan has publicly apologized for defying his party line and supporting the anti-Koodankulam nuclear plant agitation. While the CPM disagrees with an anti-nuclear energy campaigners' demand for closing down the Koodankulam nuclear plant, it supports the need for an independent safety audit. Mr. Achuthanandan too toed the party line and stressed on the need for a safety audit by an independent body before the commissioning of the reactors at the Koodankulam nuclear plant. Accusing the Congress of playing vote bank politics, the BJP President Nitin Gadkari said his party would take steps to seal the country's international borders to prevent illegal immigration if elected to power. Gadkari said if Israel, surrounded by hostile countries, can seal its borders, then even they could do the same. The BJP leader called upon leaders to learn from experience of Israel in keeping hostile elements at bay. Accusing the Congress party of being responsible for current state of affairs, Gadkari said illegal immigration poses a threat to sovereignty.
हमारे देश में आकर गलत तरीके से, इलीगल तरीके से होटल लिस्ट में अपने नाम डालकर यहाँ प्रॉपर्टी खरीदी करते, हमारे ही भूमि पुत्रों पर अगर अन्याय होगा तो उस अन्याय को हम सहन करते रहे। ये कौन सा सेकुलर वाद है, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी जरा हमको समझाए ताकि हम समझने की कोशिश करें।
Under fire on the corruption front, the government seems to be fast-tracking a decision on the contentious Telangana issue. Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde met the President Pranab Mukherjee today to discuss the issue. The Congress sources have said a decision on the separate statehood question could be made soon. Sources added that the Congress has been advised against saying yes to Telangana, as many fear this could hurt the party politically in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy met Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi and General Secretary Rahul Gandhi yesterday. Sonia had discussed the Telangana issue with President Pranab Mukherjee last week. The Supreme Court has dismissed a case against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who has been accused by another politician of illegally confining a girl in Uttar Pradesh and gang raping her. The judges said the allegation was without substance and without an iota of evidence. They fined the petitioner Kishore Samrait 5 lakh rupees. Kishore is a former MLA of the Samajwadi Party.
In a landmark judgment today, a two-judge bench of the Supreme Court of India dismissed with heavy cause a false, frivolous and politically motivated petition against Shri Rahul Gandhi. आज जो लोग नए नए राजनीति में उतर रहे हैं, आप देख रहे हैं कहां से उनकी शुरुआत हो रही है। उनकी अपनी महत्वाकांक्षाएं हो सकती हैं, लेकिन झूठ से, असत्य से ही जो शुरू होगा, जिसका जन्म होगा, उसका अंत कहां होगा। असत्य से जिसका जन्म होता है, उसका अंत अपराध में होता है।
The Congress has dismissed former Haryana Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala's allegation that Rahul Gandhi evaded tax in purchasing land in a village in Palwal district as baseless. The party said the charge against the Congress General Secretary is entirely false, utterly baseless and defamatory. The Congress said that Rahul Gandhi has purchased the land and paid the amount for it as well, duty on it.
सबूत के साथ दिए, उसकी रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर दिया है, रजिस्ट्री दी है, राहुल की फोटो छपी हुई है, सेलर की फोटो छपी है, उनके गवाह की फोटो छपी है। वो अपना स्पष्टीकरण दे, उसका क्या स्पष्टीकरण आता है उसके बाद देखें।
सवाल करना चाहती हूँ ओम प्रकाश चौटाला की विश्वसनीयता पर। पहले वो जनता को ये तो बता दें कि उनके ऊपर, उनके परिवार के ऊपर कितने केस चल रहे हैं और क्या आरोप लगे हुए हैं, उसका मुझे जवाब दें, फिर मैं पता करवाकर उनकी बात का जवाब दूं।
चौटाला ने जो कहा है उसके बारे में कल हमने लिखित स्टेटमेंट, सारे फैक्ट्स दे दिए हैं। हमें उम्मीद है कि आपने उनका उपयोग किया होगा। हमने लिखित दिया है, उसकी जो भी जिससे जांच करानी हो करा लें।
The Enforcement Directorate today attached the properties belonging to Satyam founder B. Ramalingaraju, valued at rupees 822 crore, making it the single largest attachment under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act in the country. Mr. Raju, who in January 2009 admitted to fudging the accounts book of the IT company to the tune of rupees 7,000 crore, has been out on bail since November 2011. This is not the first time the properties belonging to Mr. Raju are being attached. In June, the Andhra Pradesh government had given its consent to the CBI for attaching 44 properties belonging to Mr. Raju and his family members. More news and updates will follow after this break. Stay tuned.